Okay, so in my conversation I was having with some Twitter atheists, and I was trying to wrap my brain around, I was trying to clarify for the purpose of my own edification, epistemology. And I was trying to separate epistemology into two branches. There's more than two, but just for the purposes of this conversation, two. Experiential knowledge and propositional knowledge. Now, as I pointed out in other videos, I disappear in my prayer closet for 2 hours. We all agree, Christian, Jew, miscellaneous, we all agree that I have a 150% real to me, a spiritual experience that is real to me. We don't all agree on the source of that experience, but we all agree that I'm having it. Be ye Christian, Jew, or miscellaneous. I disappear into my prayer closet, and I have a subjective, powerful, internal experience. Subjective, powerful, internal experience. We all agree on that fact. So that's a fact. The question is, I come out of my prayer closet, now I want to communicate it to someone who doesn't share the belief system, i.e. an atheist. What do I do? Now, the atheist will say, provide evidence. I'm telling you, there's a reason why I started with this. Evidence is only appropriate if it's propositional knowledge. That's the only way that's an appropriate thing to say. Provide your evidence. If I were offering you the proposition, God exists, you would say, provide your evidence. And I'd go, kalam. Or, I'd give you my apologetics mumbo jumbo. Oh, uncause cause, blah, 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 blah. That's where that would apply. Propositional knowledge. I am telling you an experience that I'm having. And I asked an atheist this on Twitter. And as I was asking it, it kind of clarified, A, why I was doing this and what the answer actually is. So I disappear into my prayer closet. I have a powerful, subjective, internal experience that I'm 150% convinced is real and 150% convinced is the Holy Spirit of God. Now, you're a Christian, you're a Jew, you're an atheist, miscellaneous, we're all on the same page still. I get you don't believe that it's real, and I get you don't believe that it's the Holy Spirit of God, but you do accept that I do. I believe me 150%, and I believe it's the Holy Spirit 150%. Now the question is that I'm trying to get at, how do I make it real to you who don't believe me? The atheist will say, provide evidence. And I'll go back to the same thing. That only makes sense if it's a propositional knowledge. That makes no sense in experiential knowledge. I'm trying to talk about experiential knowledge. How do I make the experience real to you? And I think I came up with the only possible answer. Honestly. Honestly, I think I came up with I can't think of a different answer. I write poems. I sing songs. I write psalms. That's the genesis of religion. That's where it comes from. I tell stories. You listen to the poems, you listen to the psalms. I get you to participate in the experience with me through ritual. That's it. I ritualize the experience. I come out, because remember, as I talked about in the numinous experience, let's assume for argument's sake that I'm having a really 150% numinous experience, honest to God. What did I say about the numinous experience? It's ineffable, hard to describe, hard to put into words. We don't have the language to translate it, especially to a non-believer whose sole agenda is to bust your chops. Yeah, sole agenda is to bust my chops. Let's just be honest. Did I say that out loud? Yes, I said it out loud. That's your sole agenda, a lot of you. Not all of you, a lot of you. A lot of you, honestly, sole agenda, discredit. Discredit, discredit, quick, discredit. Dismiss, discredit. Discount. That's it. That's the only agenda usually. Not always. I think some of you actually care about what's true. Honestly, I do. Call me dumb, but I think you do. But the more important question is, I have an experience that is ineffable, hard to put into words. It's an experience. It's not a proposition God exists. It's an experience that I believe is actually connected to God. How do I communicate that experience to you? The real answer is, I write poems about it. I write songs about it. I tell stories about it. I can't think of any other answer. And when you participate in those poems, stories, songs, psalms, you share the experience. There's a lot of different information that I'm giving you right now, and a lot of it is actually really important to the understanding of religion. And if you care about understanding religion, and if you're an atheist, you should care about understanding clearly, then clearly hear this. The only way to communicate the experience of the ineffable is to get you, the person who hasn't had the experience, to participate through ritual. That's religion. Ritualized participation in the sacred. That's religion. Ritualized participation in the sacred. I cannot tell you what the experience is. Why? It's ineffable. I cannot demonstrate through evidentialist means what the experience is. Why? It's not a proposition. It's not propositional knowledge. That's where I was going with this whole thing. It's not propositional knowledge. Evidence is immaterial. If you actually believe me and you want to have that experience for yourself, you've got to have that experience for yourself. I'm going to have to ritualize the experience and you're going to have to participate in the ritual. Then you can have the experience too. We call that religion. And the reason why people walk away from their churches of origin is because the ritualized connection has somehow died out. That's why people walk away. The fire ain't there. The real ritualized connection. A lot of times people are going through the motions. The motions. They are going through the ghost. They are still participating in the mechanics of an experience where the actual life of the experience isn't really there, or isn't there in the fullness that it'd be 150% convincing to an outsider. As I pointed out in other videos, and I'll go through this again. This won't be the only video I'll make on the subject. I go to church every Sunday. And every Sunday, the same process happens. It is a process of ritualized connection to the ineffable. Ritualized connection to the transcendent. That's what religion actually is. Ritualized connection to what we, the participants in the church, call the sacred. You, the atheist, don't call it the sacred, but I'm not entirely certain that's true, because I've talked to some atheists. And some of you do have a sense of the sacredness of life itself, do you not? Do you not? Do you at least have a sense that life itself is actually important in some really mysterious way? Most of you do. Okay, you're already approaching the ineffable. Hard to explain, hard to wrap your brain around, hard to speak out. Ask yourself this one question, and maybe not all of you will answer this in the affirmative. Maybe some of you actually are nihilists. But most atheists get really tripped out if you accuse them of being nihilist. Okay, you're an atheist. Answer me directly. Do you think life is profoundly important? Yes or no? Yes or no? Most atheists I know would answer yes. Do you have a child? Do you consider their life in some level, to a degree or another, sacred to you? Really, really, really deeply important to you? Most atheists would answer yes. Relatively certain Shannon would answer yes. She has a son. Shannon has a son, right? Yeah, I think she has a son. Godless mom would probably answer yes. My son is profoundly important to me. Thank you very much. That's a sacred connection to life itself. Sacred. Yeah, the word might seem really pseudo-religious. It isn't. It just means it's deeply important to you in a way that's hard to put your finger on. Near and dear to your heart in a really, really, really down deep important way. That's all sacred means, really. So, atheist, you say you're not a nihilist. I asked you a direct question. Most of you would answer yes. Life is profoundly important to me, Craig. Thanks. Thanks for asking. You're welcome. If life is profoundly important to you, that's the genesis of religion. Life, death, big, huge, important questions cannot fully be answered. Why? Ineffable, too profound, too mysterious for human words. So what happens? We ritualize, sacralize, and ritualize the answers. We enact an analogous answer. Well, I don't believe in the analogous answer. That's not the issue. Going somewhere completely different with this. So, anyways, that is all for now. That is all on the subject for now. I think it was a bit of a breakthrough, but, I doubt anybody else but me will. I think that's a bit of a breakthrough. I think I'm getting to something really, really essential and important. I really do. I honestly do. Call me dumb. I think I'm getting somewhere. Anyways, that is all for now. Amen.